everybody. It's your boy Yimbo. Welcome to Yimbo Reviews Everything. And this is my show that I do on Sunday nights at 7:45. It is Yimbo Buys Everything. So hello. Welcome YouTube. Welcome Instagram. This is episode 34 of Yimbo Buys Everything. And I've been slacking on the note taking. Normally this is all full of my... keep me organized. I've been bad. I've been very bad lately. But that's because like last week was the Super Bowl and I took off. So we'll see who's here. I'm going to check the comments. I have a special guest who's already in backstage. I'm very excited. So where to start? Probably with my guest. So yeah, a little disorganized, but let's just bring him in. Hey, Rabbit's Den is here. That's awesome. What's going on, dude? Yeah, buddy. All right. So I'm going to bring in my guest. He's been on with me before. He is also a member of, the Hasbro's network. He's also part of Toy Talk. He does a show with Toy Father, What's in the Box. So here is my good friend, Sunty. Hello, no chewing. Here he is.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on? I love when my tech works. Hello.
It's always the first step. Will the mic pick me up?
Yep, it's the waiting game. but it's always nice when we're here. So hello there.
Hey.
Thanks for coming in, man. So you had a nice weekend. You got away.
Yep, went away and relaxed, and it's a mix. Kid relax. So like it was like 80%. I would even give it 90%. Fantastic, awesome.
Yeah.
10%. Why did I decide to do this?
Well, I'm fortunate. I do have tomorrow off, so it's gonna be a Daddy Twins day, and
nice.
Yeah, I'm just like today was like my wife needed the boost because she's going to work, so she needed the recharge day, and I think I just need a recharge just to chase them around tomorrow. So,
yeah,
it's been a nice day. We've just been chilling, but
yeah, my day will be Tuesday. I have the day with the kids.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do a Lego themed day. We got this
awesome.
Lego set from my brother. He's certainly the fun uncle to my kids. And
yeah,
for Christmas he sent over the Harry Potter castle, which we built.
Nice.
But he also gave them the Harry Potter. I don't know the name of it, but it's that tavern where they get butterbeer.
Oh yeah, I couldn't tell you. That's like Star Wars. Harry Potter's another IP. I appreciate. I watch. I can't. It's just in one ear, not the other. Nothing sticks.
It's a boiled down. It's a winter themed tavern. So
right.
I'm gonna be building that with the kids, and it's like one of those ones where it's like. And it was a good size set. It was like $80, so it'll take us at least a couple hours.
Oh, I would say so, yeah, for sure.
And then I'm probably gonna do a couple art activities with them.
Oh, nice! Oh, dude, yeah. That's great. I'll share my little daddy story today too. I was fired up because actually this will go into the first buy. This will be the first topic. Here we go. So I want to say it was our friend Rob Op975. I think he was the one that posted about it, but. Like in one of the many group chats that we're in, we were talking about like a company like Diorama Prints that has done a tremendous job. Like those two new ones that they released. I'm like,
are you getting them?
I'm probably going to because I'm looking at my Dio and I'm like, it would fit perfectly. They're so nice. They're so clean and easy. I love them.
Especially the theater one. Something about the theater. I'm just like, that's cool.
I know. And the warehouse could just like it all just fits what I do with it. So I'm like, I'm probably going to end up getting them. So, but in that conversation, we were talking about companies like that and like which ones have been that previously were around and that probably would have done with like the resurgence of this hobby, like during the pandemic. So Boundless Brooklyn was a company that came up as something that is now, I think, been like defunct, but they made cardboard models. And I think Rob was the one that brought it up, and I bought basically whatever I could on eBay that night. I'm such a jerk. So I found these. It's a lighthouse. It was a 3-pack. So this is not. You can tell obviously, like here, scale wise, this is obviously not meant for 6-inch. This is like all 1/18 stuff, which is my fault because I immediately just hit the buy and didn't look, no research.
Is that a Captain America Steve Austin fan? Is that who that is?
This is me. this is he's me in the Steve Austin. It's the Infinity War cap.
That's fair. Well, probably just like that's pretty good. Anyways.
Yeah, he just hangs out. He just hangs out next to me. That's my mini me. So that stuff is like I bought the lighthouse, the lifeguard stands, and the billboard. So the billboard was the one, and I wish it's all over there, so I can't bring it out now. But this is why I always suggest to follow us on Instagram, because this is where we do our main work. So the billboard is fantastic because it was over 8 inches across and it's 3 inches wide, but then height with the base. It works so well. So please, you have to just trust me. There's a thing in my story where you can see the scaling of it, but a billboard is awesome, and you can make your own like inside. Like mine didn't come with like the cardboard piece that went across, but I ended up making my own because it's all cardboard. So I just took like an Amazon box, took the one corner off, and made my own little like thing. So I can swap it out. So I have that like Spider-Man No More from the second movie when the suit, or the third movie when the suit's laid out on the cover. It looks really cool. I'm really excited about it. Nice. So that came out great. And this is all meant to be painted. And the lifeguard stands works if I stack it onto other things. So I have a picture I'm going to post later. I think it'll look okay. So basically, I did the thing. I jumped in, not realized I didn't do all my research. I normally do. But it's cool. It was a fun way to pass the time, I guess is what I'm trying to tell you. Like, Yeah. And if they came back, if they made 112 stuff, it looks like this looks silly, but when you look at them, like when you look at my picture tonight, you'll see the fully painted lifeguard stands. It just looks like something that Midnight Stars printed out for his G.I. Joes. Like it did the job. I mean, his stuff always looked better than mine, but I'm just saying, like with the little paint, so that was my.
What did Midnight Stars say? It was he's been doing this since like 2007, 8.
Yeah.
You got some catch up time to get into the painting and level up there.
Yeah,
can't match the experience. He grinded it out for 2 decades.
Exactly. Oh, I know. So here we go. So Rabbit said making a good point. Yeah. So like force perspective, like that's what I did with my shot today. So it's for the G.I. Joe collab, and I have 2 Cobra soldiers walking, so they're up front. They take and then I had the thing in the back to try to make it match up. So I think it'll work. I like it. And who else? This is King Eternal. So this is our friend Autumn Knight on Instagram. So that's Eric. Hey. That's King Eternal. So hello. And then my friend Paul, Gaming with Fox. I like to remind everybody again, if you like streamers, Paul's the man. So Gaming with Fox, go check out his stuff. And he always reminds me to smash that like button, everybody. So if you can smash that like button, it helps with the algorithm, all that stuff.
I never remembered to say that on Wednesdays, and that's probably a good point to actually do so.
Santi, I write it down. Because my friend has been like on because he got there. He hit his 1,000 subs a while ago. Like he's been doing great. But I have. It's just like it's literally on my notes. Smash that like button. There it is. Smash that like button. And I still forget because it's still like, even doing this from like July on or whenever it was, or God, even before that. It's been a while, but yes, it still takes a while. So smash that like button. So the Boundless Brooklyn, I would give it a solid if you would want it to spend a morning painting. This is where I was going back to my stories. I forgot I got to sit with my daughter. And she was painting on construction paper, and I was painting my stuff, and we did parallel play, and it was really sweet because she's 2.5, and she is like podcasting with me. This girl is a talker. I can't. So we were just sitting there painting, having a little back and forth to have 2 things done. So yes, I love the arts and crafts. I love that daddy time. All right. So I'm going to go into the Mezco thing first because I talked about it already on Wednesday. So Wednesday, you have your show with What's in the Box, and that leads into the pick bar, the YTG pick bar that I do with Blitzfigs, Green Geek, and Thor 2012, right? I hit everybody. So I did talk about this, but I did get my skulls, my Neon Skulls pack. So I would have talked about them at the Super Bowl episode, but everybody was watching. Well, presumably everybody's watching the Super Bowl. So I just had to show off some of these because they are very cool. I forget, you have not touched the Mezco. You haven't.
No, but
yeah, stay away, man. I know that
not to lead into the later parts of the show, but there's 2 things that I want now. I'm just like, oh crap.
Okay. Well, I'm telling you, the Mezco thing. I mean, I've said it before. It's just one of those like. I was nervous about buying them because I thought I'm going to fall in love. And then I got my first one and I did. So if you think you will fall in love, then you're going to. Like, that's because they're that good. So this is what I'm going to be doing. I know it's not the best with the autofocus. Come on there, stupid.
They say to put your hand behind it and it does.
Yeah, there we go. There it is.
Yeah, there we go.
But they look really great on these these licensed bodies. So I like the
now. Do those fit on Legends as well, or is it what's the peg hole like?
So the peg, that's a good question because I never actually tried. You know, like I never bothered checking. I think okay, so it does look like the pegs on a Mezco are slightly smaller.
Oh, okay.
A little bit smaller.
Yeah, that's a little small.
So let's see. Oh yeah, so it's not even gonna you can't even pretend to pop that on. Yeah, that's a bummer.
That's okay. So strategic on their side. Good job.
Yeah,
protect the brand. I get it. That's great.
Well, and that's why the reward I feel like is they told us hey, if you want to just stick with 112, then we'll reward you with stuff that all 112 can use, and that's basically what these skulls are. I've had some trouble my Thor Ragnarok, he has a whole neck piece of the head, so in Punisher, so they won't swap, but anybody with just the peg. So there's Daredevil with the blue one.
Anyways, but that works.
Yeah. I still the Green Lantern with the green. The green's not perfect, but it doesn't matter. It's close enough where it's the gag is there. There it is.
No, that's good. That's good. It's good.
and then of course I had the big blue Boy Scout is now.
I think that works the best, even though it's the creepiest image of just because it's Christopher Reeves and it's so honest and wholesome, and you have this freaking skull on it, and now it's evil possessed Superman. Yep.
And I even tried to give him that literally the Boy Scout pose because I have this whole idea, I started setting them up and then I still haven't taken my shot, but I love doing that. For this is perfect for my goofy ideas, for the Gomez versus the multiverse. This is gonna keep me entertained. When we're not having collab stuff to do, I'm like, oh yeah, let me.
When's that gonna happen?
Oh man, I don't know. Right now, I'm just fortunate that I've taken so many pictures that I have stuff that I can contribute. That Build-A-Figure one, I was like, I'm gonna set this one out. I can't do it, and I'm like, wait.
I have a good idea for that one. After Blitz said oh, I missed out legs. I have a box of just legs. I might just have.
Oh, you gotta
a leg shot of just the legs as if they're walking by on a sidewalk. It's I think that's gonna be my shot.
Yeah. Well, one of the accounts I started following early on, and it was just they were really good for toy photography tips. Was Hidden Figures. So I haven't so it was that HFig tag. So Hidden Figures. Yeah. I learned a lot early on when I didn't talk to anybody. I didn't know anybody. And that account was posting stuff. And one of them was using force perspective and Build-A-Figure parts for that reason. Don't have a thing. Blue tack an arm to a coat hanger. Just stick that bad boy in there.
For a quick minute, I got a kick out of those folks that were making Frankensteins of the Build-A-Figures. I was oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I was I can't honestly in my heart do that to any of the body parts in my drawer.
I had the thought. I did actually have that thought for a minute there when I think it was Zenmu, and I was like, should I finish Zenmu? And I'm like, what other arms and pieces do I? And some of the stuff doesn't always pop on there. So that's why I was like, the first couple I grabbed didn't, and I'm like, I'm just going to build them. Yeah. I just made the decision. At that point, though, when Zenmu was when that was the wave, you didn't have to push me hard to build the figure.
So that was a solid wave to begin with, and if you had one or two figures away from it, just complete it. You'll feel better about having that Build-A-Figure done.
Yeah, you know who I held off for because that was the supervillain line, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was somebody that I had the 2-pack, and I'm like, I don't need the Supreme Scientist, but he's awesome.
You know who I have in my closet, and I've been meaning to open up? I have a MODOK.
I still have my MODOK too. So maybe that'll be a thing. All right, so Santi, I'm telling you, man, I'm so good on, like, I'm still buying stuff. Like I just bought the Inkblot, the Rorschach figure, because I finally saw all
Oh, it
everybody's
looked, yeah,
pictures.
come on, it looks too good.
And when I saw it was up there again, I even waffled for like a few days, and I was like, "All right, like this time, if it's still there, it's meant to be." And finally, I got it. But like, I'm kicking myself because I still have so many toys to play with. So that's like the whole thing. Like, that's what I'm trying to do. Enjoy what I have. Like MODOK,
Mhm.
we should do deep dives of like, all right, what's up? We should do a collab of like, this is the month of like forcing yourself to buy, like, open and shoot a new toy, like an old new toy.
I'm starting a new thing, and I was gonna have it be part of what's in the box, but it's not always gonna be the figure that I open.
Sure.
But last week I did it with Superman, where I just shot like photo shoot for a series of
Oh
that
yeah, that's
figure,
right. Right.
and just post it throughout a certain day. And I'm thinking about just doing that once a week with every figure that I
Yeah.
have, and I'll easily get through the year and still have
So much content.
I have the next 4 years I could do that if I wanted to, and I think that might be a good way for me to actually get some fulfillment out of these figures,
Man,
because I love them, but
Mhm.
you take one picture, you move on.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's really been my thing for a while, is trying to just like enjoy the stuff, but it does get so hard because again, time is limited, and then it can get overwhelming. Like I have this too, where I come down and just like stare, but like it's the enjoyment, and then there's the other staring of like, what am I going to shoot? Which is when collabs do help, like, because it's like, what should I do? But right now, I have so many like toys to open that even making a reel, it's like, which one do I feel like opening? Because it's like, your time's limited, and then I get frozen as to which one to decide.
yeah, I agree. I definitely am in that same boat.
Yeah.
Even yeah, and then even to segue into like Toy Fair weekend, what would have been Toy Fair, all
Mhm.
those announcements came up. I'm like, oh man, that's gonna be expensive whenever those drop in the next 6 weeks.
Well, if you and Chris end up doing if you do a deep dive breakdown of like all this stuff, because I've only been following the Mezco. I've been following as best as I can the NECA, but like I know you mentioned it, like I know a bunch of Turtles stuff was announced. But if you guys want to do an organized, because I just felt like, or we could just go to the Foosh and we could just break down what's coming out. I felt like a
Pixel
lot.
Dan too. Pixel Dan.
Yeah, it felt like there was like a lot that dropped, and I all I felt was everybody, the energy of the toy community was like, "Oh, you're gonna make me broke. Like, what do you do?" Like, it's like yelling at all these toy companies, like, "Why are you doing this now?" Like at the
Especially
same
when
time.
Mezco and NECA did the same thing. You're like, oh crap, that's so
It's
good.
I know. So this is where it's for me. I've made peace with like I'm only gonna get what I can get. So like so I'm okay. But I do know that there's people that are like super into like that NECA Turtle line. Like I can only imagine if you were a completist, what today felt like. Like I can't. I think
Well,
Autumn Night. I think our friend Eric is in here. He could tell us because I know he
at
was.
least, like I've been hunting, and it was Tuscan Traders that found me the original four,
That's right.
and then they released this one. I was like, I just got the last one.
Yeah.
But at least it's up for pre-order for 2 weeks, so it's no scalping
Oh, it
or
is up right now. Everything's up there.
no. In
Oh, okay.
I think on March 22nd for 2 weeks,
Okay.
you can buy. There'll probably be some limit, but you can, if you just want one, it's yours. You just have to order it. And I think that's fantastic. They should just do that from now on, because I hate the scalping.
I know. I know. And you know what? That's why. So I'm still waiting on my Turtles in Disguise. I bought that from the NECA store. Like that was it was in and out of stock within like however long it was that day. If you remember, whenever that months upon months
it was
ago.
A blink. It was Targets opened at 9 a.m. and it was gone. 9 a.m. It was gone.
So like I'm happy. Like it's just that I got killed on the shipping on that. Like if you're ordering from NECA, so it's peace of mind versus like you're gonna pay that extra like shipping premium. But I mean, then you're gonna get it. So you're right. That's the best way to do it. But man, I just like I can't even think about any more NECA things right now. I just want my Turtles.
It's probably gonna be necessary. Yeah, it will probably have to be a breakdown, like a longer stream. But
yeah,
this is the smaller, higher ends, the companies that have like almost like a distribution issue with
Yeah.
Mezco and NECA. All next week is the Hasbro lineup. Tomorrow is Legends. I think on Thursday is Joe's. I'm gonna assume that there's a Power Ranger one on Friday.
Man.
I don't know. But it was just like,
they're killing us. You know that
Yeah.
they're going to step up too after this week, after today's announcement, like the two companies.
I think after Todd McFarlane swung around and saying, "Hey, I'm the best in town,"
Yeah.
I think they're gonna be like, "Oh,
that's true." You know what, Todd?
Let's go.
I do love his energy. I do love that, like what he puts out and how he's like he wants like. Even just putting out that whole like we were the #1 figures that were sold in that video, that is like throwing the gauntlet down, and competition does bring out the best.
You know,
yeah,
it's corporations. It's like Mattel's not gonna be like, hey,
right,
Hasbro, eat it. But
it's
great. It's like, hey,
I love it.
Won today. The distinguished competition won the day.
Yeah. Well, you know what it is? It's like it's that difference. It's that fine line of like confidence and like being being an ego to like he showed confidence in that video, but he never actually knocked down the competition. He just built himself up, and that's like if I might give you, I forget if you're like were you into wrestling at all? You never got into wrestling.
Well, the Attitude Era, yeah, sure.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right. So you remember then, like
when Stone Cold starts having back problems and The Rock wants to go to Hollywood. That's probably when I left.
That's fair.
Attitude's over. They want a paycheck, or they want to be able to walk. I get it. We're done.
yes. Understood. But I was gonna say, so there's like in the wrestling business, there's like a whole thing where it's like when you're cutting a promo, you don't want to just say how awful your opponent is, because then when you beat them, who cares? So like it's a whole idea. Like McFarlane, he never at once put down any other company. He was just like, I'm really proud of this. Is great. Look at, we're the #1 selling line. Like it's pretty cool. Like I really did. It's
pretty good.
All right, I got to scroll up in the chat because there were a couple here real quick that were killing me. So I think it was Autumn Night. So King Eternal. Here it is. He needs $600 next month for turtles.
You will. You absolutely will. I want to know how much those Mezco 4 turtles are going to be. That's going to be crazy.
Oh, so this Tuesday, they put up the 2 packs of Zack and Mash from the Crooked Ninja Turtle gang, and the 2-pack of the Crooked Ninja Turtle gang member, and then Rock Soldier. And then Rabbit makes a good point. Paying shipping is always better than paying for gas trying to hunt. That is true, especially if you're going to multiple stores in a day. That is very true. What else we have? It's up to 2 weeks for the Ultimates. All right, what is that? The Usai. See, now this is where, like, King of Turtle. You're going into the deep dive. That's the weeds of the turtles. That now I don't even know what part of the map you're on.
Usagi is iconic. Mm-hmm. It's that bunny.
Okay.
And I think I don't have that particular NECA. Well, I only have the 4 turtles, so clearly I don't have the animated version, but. That Usagi is going to be in my cart just because I remember that as a kid, and I never got that toy, and I always wanted it. And it's a cool looking bunny. I don't know why I did as an adult, but
because it makes you happy, Sunday. That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
It will be mine.
Yeah. All right. So that's now we go, and then Rabbit, of course. He needs his mascots for the page.
That's true. That logo needs to change for Usagi in the middle now.
There he goes. Yeah. And then Thor 2012 is here, my boy Thor. So June is here. So Toddy took the Walmart approach to selling fix, keep the prices affordable and make the product available. It was outside of, I can't say that I didn't get any of the McFarlanes I wanted in the last year. I have them all. I
got 4 of them. I keep eyeing another 4 or 5. I'm just
I know.
They're available. Like if I got that King Shark Build-A-Figure when they were selling them solo, I would have been happy as a clam. That would have been one of the best figures of the year for me.
So I've said how I don't know if I ever explained the actual story. Not that it's much of a story. It's just that personal self-doubt going back and forth. But I knew I love James Gunn and I love Guardians, and I was just like, I love Suicide Squad. I'm like, I'm gonna buy all these figures. I don't care. I'm gonna build the King Shark. And then they announced the King Shark at Walmart, and I had it in the cart. It was because that was gone pretty quick. Yeah. And I was like, I'm gonna get this whole wave. Why would I not want this wave? I'm gonna love this movie. I'm gonna love these toys. And by the time like it was really like I think I saw Suicide Squad and Target hadn't shipped my figures yet. And then it wasn't that I didn't like the movie, but by that point, my souring of the figures have also started happening. And I went, I guess I'm not going to get a King Shark because, like, I'm not going to bring these figures home with me. The elbows, those elbows on the Suicide Squad ones, I'm like, I couldn't do it.
It's the weapons thing, too. I think Todd, as the new king of $20 action figures, needs to make a stand and saying, hey, if I have a character like Bloodsport and I'm giving him a sword, there's a problem. You can even give it a little orange tip on every single blaster. How about like it's a Nerf gun? And
I know.
Let's go that route because I couldn't. I looked at the figure. I'm like, oh, I want Idris Elba, but I don't want him like this.
Yeah, and even that unmasked head. Oof, that was not even. Again, having two figures for just a head swap. I can't get into the whole thing again. But yeah, his figure could have been better. It could have been a better figure. All of them could have been a little bit better. So I'm just waiting now.
Solid.
Which one was?
Polka Dot Man?
That was the best one of the line in my eyes. And I didn't own any of them, but like that was the one that if I bought one, that was going to be the one. But again, I was still just like, maybe I'm waiting for like Figure Arts or Mafek, somebody to put out the wave, right? Somebody has to make this.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, Mafex. Go outside your style and make a giant ass shark.
Right. So real quick, so June freaked out for a second. He said, "Oh, the street stopped," but it sounds like it looks like it's still things are moving. So I think we're okay. If somebody in the chat can let me know if the chat, is still a thing, because then I would like to move on to the next topic because I want to make sure. Again, I did something. I love you, man. I knew that. I had all this stuff, but as soon as you were on the show, I was like, all right, we're going to just talk. This is good.
I do this to Toy Father all the time. I just derail the conversation, go off over here.
This is great, though, because it's just what you were saying about the reels and making shots and just having stuff to make content. Like, I have so many toys that, like, I don't need to buy anything else to have a year left of content. That's what I was trying to say.
Yep.
All right, Rabbit's Den I think we're still good. All right, bought the Suicide Squad. Oh, that was tempting when Todd put out the Suicide Squad pack with the Build-A-Figure. It was tempting.
Last thing I'll say about that King Shark, I think I saw it on the Toying Around stream.
Yeah.
Someone had taken off the King Shark shorts and cut them off and replaced them with soft goods, orange prison jumpsuit shorts. And it just looked so good. I was like, oh, I should have tried harder to find this figure.
You know what? There was a King Shark at that toy con I went to, the toy fair I went to, and in March when Blitzfigs and I just saw here. Benny's here.
What's up, man?
When we go to the one, I think it's March 5th. We're gonna go that weekend. If I see it again, it's the same place. And it's usually like the same vendors. So I will keep an eye out. We're going to be in touch about this King Shark. I'm tracking them down. All right. So I'm going to leave this to the chat or to you, my friends, either one. So we have a bunch of stuff. Like I said, I have so much stuff that I've been wanting to talk about, but we have running out of time. So Masters of the Universe, we could do Revelations, which I know like Santi and I would love talking about. WWE Wrestling, Legends, like more in the Spidey Marvel Legends or Jurassic Park. So whatever the group wants, we'll do the next one. And if it takes us to 8:30, then we'll talk about more figures the next time.
Next time I'm on the show, what you need to do is have that third panel that is like 60 seconds on the clock. We're going through ESPN style.
I like it. 5 good minutes. Yeah, pardon the interruption.
We're going Revelations.
Yes.
Is this a dinosaur?
I'm into it. I'm going to be setting this up. This is now, like I said, I'm trying to up my production. All right. So here we go. Toddy Mac lost me when he released the Gunslinger Spawn. And the week I found him, he announced a second. Oh, with the Gatling gun. The double dipping is, that would hurt me. Yeah. Like I
agree. It's a little shameless.
Well, I just saw, you know what? I was looking at Target earlier, like an hour ago, and I saw Blight. And I was like, I have Blight. Why are they selling it? Wait, that Blight looks different. And then I looked, and it's the Meltdown variant with like little flame hair on top of the bowl. You know, like the Batman Beyond Blade figure, and the hands are a little bit glowier or something.
Okay, Batman Beyond. I automatically went with Captain Planet. I was like, he's in Captain Planet toys. I'm in, Todd. You lost me, and now I'm back in. Give me a build-up figure, Captain Planet.
All right, so here we go. Eric jumped in. He beat everybody. So here we go, WWE, and this is a good one. I have two over here. I'm going to show off the one, and I'm going to unbox one, and we'll do that. So this was a Drew McIntyre. So you said Attitude Era. I haven't been watching. I did get into it for a while, man. All right, so my fandom was like my whole life until college, and then I stopped in college, and then my sophomore year, I really took a year off. And my two roommates were like, "Oh, dude, you're into wrestling," and then we became wrestling fans and got back into it. So I've been like a diehard wrestling fan up until the pandemic, because once like the crowdless stuff got weird for me as a fan, and I just couldn't watch it. So I haven't gone back, but like my love for it is there, and I love Drew McIntyre. So I thought the box was beat up, but they had the whole wave, which is a great wave. But I just took the Drew because I wanted my big Irishman or Celtic Scottish guy. Scottish. Yeah. I shouldn't be mixing this up, but Scottish guy. But yeah, look at that awesome sword.
That's a cool sword. He's got
the kilt. So I don't know. I just doing a little Claymaker action. That's not the one I wanted to show you.
Is the kilt soft goods?
No, it's still rubber. I hate the rubber. I hate the rubber.
I think this year I'm gonna veto rubber capes and rubber tunics of any sort. I can't stand them. It's a problem.
Well, before I get into here, so that main event, here we go. Before the main event, this is one of the most aggravating skirt figures that I have. This was from the No Way Home set. The new one from his movie has like at least an ab crunch, but you can't do anything with him at all. Like you get the side to side, that's it, barely any down, and then the skirt, it's like that.
Yeah.
And the knees, like you feel the knee joints bend because there's no give at all. It's like
I've seen some people heat up when it's a long skirt like that, heat it up and move them to the side a little bit, which is cool. Right. I don't like it. It's not for me.
Yeah. Well, and then here's the other one, and I didn't mind on Wong's figure so much either, but this was another tough one too. But what they did for him was they gave him these really massive like legs and like a big single jointed knee. So there's no issue. I know I don't know why the light's not helping out.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, so he stands well, but it's the same issues where those legs, like there's nothing. That's it. You get this much. Boop.
Yeah.
But for Wong, I don't care. I didn't buy him as like a dynamic posing kind of guy. So I just wanted that. Literally the picture that I posted is what I wanted. I just wanted that awesome, like just deadpan face. That's what I wanted. I needed the character for jokes and for story moments. I love Wong. He's the best.
That's very true. Like I like toys with a good amount of posability. And that's the same hang up I have on some of the Todd McFarlane toys as well. Right. But for those that don't mind, sure.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's what I mean. You're right.
It's okay.
All right. So here we go. This is how we'll close things out. Going back to the Attitude Era.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. This is everybody's been telling me this is the best Undertaker figure to get. All my wrestling buddies in my collab group.
All the Ultimate line of these toys, and easily they throw back to the Attitude Era because it's just
I love it,
nostalgia, and they do a great job, and especially at that price point. Yeah.
I've gotten all of these for. I bought my Stone Cold and Ric Flair when it was still like.
I still need to buy a Stone Cold. That's the only other one that I would put on my list.
He's just like out of all of the head sculpts, he's still my favorite out of everybody. Like I love that Stone Cold. If I can only get one ultimate, it would be him. He's
I got the Rock.
So good. Well, the Rock. I mean, he would be the second one, but that's also my fandom. It was Rock Austin. Rock Austin.
Rock transcends anything, you know.
Oh, I know. Oh, I forgot they did this stupid little. So here's in case anyone has never opened one of these ultimates before.
Oh,
they have this, like they have the little plastic tabs at the ankles.
mm-hmm.
I didn't realize it the first time, or one of the first times, and when I got my Cena, I just pulled and I gave him paint tear lines in his shins, which is like, it's like, come on. But just like one of those things that now I know, and I'm mad at myself. Yeah.
But overall, with those little plastic tabs, I mean, you said you got a daughter. Dolls. Get out of here with all those tabs.
All of them.
There's one in the back of the head. The doll doesn't need that tab. No one thinks it's going to move. And
no.
I hate the people that say it's a safety issue. I'm like, no way.
Right. And now, like, this is how I do it. Because the funny thing is I brought my big knife because I was going to show, in case we got to Legends, I was going to do one of the retro lines. So I could be like, hey, everybody, this is what No Chewing are talking about when we open very delicately.
Yeah. Oh, I always have mine on my table. I have this little simple carpenter one.
Perfect.
covered in tape still, because when you just builds up.
Oh, but yeah, so I ripped my Cena out, so it's like right here is just a line where it's like the paint off his leg is just taken away. I'm like, but here he is. Let's get that going. This is definitely a cool figure. Attitude Era. This is right. This is which
does he
version?
Come with the hat? Does he have the hat?
He does not. So that was one of the knocks.
I want the hat.
Yeah. So this is like the ministry. Is this the ministry? Maybe Eric, you can help me out here. On Night King Eternal. Is this the Attitude specific? But anyway, so it is. I think it's the ministry version, right? I don't know.
I think so.
There's been
Actually,
so
that would
many
make sense why the hat doesn't come with them, because that was more of the 80s version.
Right. But this is great. So a cloth goods cape, which, as you know, is fantastic. Awesome. If we talked about Masters of the Universe, which we're going to next time, because that's all we've been doing is like this. He was sitting here waiting for us to talk about
this stuff.
By the way, we have to talk about our collab. I have to shoot the shot, or I have to submit something else. It's too many pictures to take. Oh man. Well, I love this. I just picked up actually the Superman and the Savage He-Man today as I was cleaning from our Monday post. Like that was me going around. Time to set up a new shot.
I haven't shot mine either. I don't even know what I'm gonna do.
I know we're gonna have to hit up the group. I do have some other like master shots done, or we just take a week off. Honestly, it's okay. It's all good.
Yeah.
But what time was it? It is 8:24. Here we go. Autumn, Eric, thank you so much. So it's the ministry. That's what I really thought. I thought it was the ministry version because of the cloth good cape. Yeah, that's for sure. I can picture him like, run, Stephanie. Right? This is remember wasn't that whole era with Triple H and Stephanie, and like this was, it was that era. Yeah, that guy. Well, he has. I never did much care for that face on him, like the tongue out. I know it's this whole like shtick.
Yeah,
I was never.
It's good. It's good. They captured it. It's exactly him.
Oh,
is that a side-eyed version?
Yeah, it looks like a side eye. Oh no, that's just the camera. All right, that's just the camera. It looks like a side eye. It's not though. Unless
it's one of those ones that it's like those paintings where the eyes just follow you around the
room. Well, he is a zombie cowboy wizard, right? So that would be his eyes would follow us. So this is another cool figure. He's gonna go great with Kane. I don't have any other Ultimates lined up because I know they're re-releasing Shawn Michaels and Brock, I think, which I'm gonna jump all over, but it's just hard to there's just too many companies to stay up on. So it's like, I just hope that they're available when I find out they're up on Target or wherever. Like that's all I can hope. because I really love these figures, and the only other ones I can get like affordably are like Shinsuke Nakamura for retail or like close to retail, and he's great, but also like, do I need him? No. Like I still have to shoot my cane, so see, I'm in that point. But Undertaker, I can justify an Undertaker figure.
Yeah, he's gonna work great during Halloween. You can mix him in the background of almost any shot. If you get into Power Rangers, that'd be pretty good mix up of rainbow colored superheroes and him.
Yeah. Well, here's this will be, I just actually caught these guys out of the corner of my eye, and I had just opened these guys up on Friday night as like my treat yourself. Because do you do that too after a long week or like a long day to just like, man, I need to pick me up. I'm opening a new toy. Like, and it's like I tell myself, like, I'm not gonna shoot it, I'm not gonna do anything I just want to open this toy and like watch a show with my wife and just fidget with him. Like, do you do that?
I do it during the work day. I take a minute, I'm just like, that meeting did not go well. Let me
Yeah. So my fidget spinners for Friday night were, I finally cracked open my Jazzwares AEW, 2 of them. I opened up, this is the Darby Allin, and now I already can't find his skateboard, which is my own fault, but he's not coming in focus. And then my Orange Cassidy, where I instantly took his jacket off, and now the jacket shirt combination is really cool because it's sewn in on the one side and then it has Velcro. So it actually is a flap. The shirt is a flap that goes over with the jacket. Vapor is wearing Orange's jacket and shirt combo right now.
Yep.
But what I was going to point out is, again, people in my wrestling collab group love these Jazzwares AEW figures. And these are the first guys I'm opening. And they are awesome. Like, they have that Ranger articulation, like, well, you could see it. It's like that retro Spidey. Like, I love this core twist. This is just, it feels like a great smooth figure. Like, the joints are really smooth, but not, they're just smooth. They hold. These are nice. Like, they're buttery. They're very buttery, but in a good way. So just so you know, AEW figures, these are my first 2, and I like them a lot. Like, these are very impressive.
I know they're very popular. I've seen them around. They're cool figures.
Yeah. Well, I specifically also opened these 2 guys up because I figure I wanted their stuff, like this jacket. I wanted his jacket. He's got the aviators. They also kind of are on the smaller side as actual human beings. So their figures will scale with legends. Like, here's Red Guardian. Let's give it a. So I think he's still just off, but that's way closer. So I'm just saying, if you need other civilian bad guys to beat up, that's all. It's just I'm just trying to go out of the box, not making you buy any other figures you don't care about. I'm just saying. But that's why I was like, I think I can use these as like hoodlums, So that's
you could definitely, especially if you had like a Batman or something. Those definitely look like.
Yeah.
This street punks.
Exactly. Like, very early on with before I even realized that McFarlane's weren't of scale, before I even knew, like, when I first started buying toys again, it was just like, ooh, I got that like Flashpoint Batman. I'm like, this is just an awesome, like, I love Flashpoint Batman. I want this guy. And I was definitely having him punch Seth Rollins and all these other guys in the face. Cause and then now I'm realizing, it's because they scale perfectly. Like, wrestling figures and McFarlane figures are on that same scale. So no wonder.
Yeah.
So wrestlers make great hoodlums. That's my point. Oh man. All right. Let's go to the tape because it is now 8:29. Let's go to the comments real quick, see if I can catch up on anybody. Green Geek, let's see. Amazing figures. So a taker. The hairline's a little wonky. Yeah, I know. Like, all of these, there's always going to be something. I'm going to damage a leg myself. Blitz just got that taker today, so that's awesome. Toy Addict's in the house. Hello. I think Toy Addict, are you joining Lazy Boys, right? Are you going there now to join the show? I think you're the guest. I could be mistaken. But anyway, Santi, anything else you want to add in before we push everybody off to Lazy Boys?
No, nothing at all. I have a show with Toy Father on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Almost every Wednesday. Overall, still taking shots, collecting. I got a bunch of cool stuff in this week. I got the Hand Ninja.
Is that they're in blue, right? The blue?
I want to say they're gray.
Oh, gray. Okay. I like how little the
Maybe.
box is. Like the packaging for the army builders. I like that it's just a little tiny box. I'm
yeah,
into it.
and overall, they come in like that little wax paper. And I got 3 of them, and I ordered 2 more because they came in stock. But like,
oh yeah, I have the
really
red.
cool.
I have the red hand. But that's awesome.
It's the exact same one except gray and black.
And he has the 2, like, I don't know what the names of those weapons are. Little like hook blades, and then he has a sword. Right? It's just the 3.
Yep, you got a pair of hands, swords, and whatever these are. I feel like they start with a B. But I got 3 of them in my first order, and then I ordered 2 more, so I'll have 5.
Oh, I'm jealous. I just took a picture of a Gomez head on the Netflix Daredevil Mezco body for tomorrow for another collaboration, and I had him punching the hand ninja, like clubbing him down, and it just made me think, like, that hand ninja is awesome. Forget what I said about the rubber skirts. That one is the best. That rubber skirt is the best one. I don't know why.
I think it's just a little bit softer.
Right.
And it's a little high up enough that it doesn't matter.
Okay. Yeah, it must be the combination of the 2.
You can get the range up there.
Yeah, but it's amazing. When I first took them out for the first time and I noticed it, I'm like, oh no. And then it was never an issue. So that's why it just makes me so mad when other figures, like even here we go. You can't do anything with his legs in this skirt.
No, he's supposed to be a martial artist too.
Now, have you ever tried to pop? Does he pop off here? Does he disconnect at the core? Because I do know people have taken the skirt off with, and I just won't. I will not cut. I refuse to cut anything. So, but I think it can pop.
The skirt can come off.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
I'm just too nervous. I don't know enough about. It feels like this top, but anyway, I think you could.
I'm like, wait a minute.
We're such scared boys when it comes to our toys. We're such scared boys. I don't want to because I gave it a little pressure, and then I was like,
give him a hot bath first, and
maybe. But I do know. So I do know it's happened because I think one of the accounts I talk about every once in a while, OG Trilogy, is a guy that doesn't run in our particular circles, but is a great customizer. And I want to say he posted about it a long time ago. I want to say maybe HC Yellow Jacket did it too, but he looks good without the skirt, and then he can do all of the martial arts, all of it. So I need to do it because those 10 rings have been sitting on my shelf this whole year. I haven't done any 10 rings pictures. Nothing.
I could probably cut this, actually. Yeah. I'll give a thought.
Oh, would you for the skirt? Your skirts might be fine. On the hand ninjas, I don't think you're going to need to. I have not had any issues with posing dynamically, trying to balance, stand that guy around. They're really nice.
The cool thing about these guys that I'm going to do, I'm going to pop the heads off. I'm going to pop on all the civilian Power Ranger heads. And so now the Power Rangers can fight evil versions of themselves.
Yes. That is a great idea.
Yeah, even the neck, it goes gray all the way up to the top.
Clintastic. Scared Boy Sunday. We all take apart figures. I love it. Yep.
Yeah.
We're the Scared Boys over here.
It could be a good couple episodes because one of us will quit after we break.
That's
the second figure. Like, I'm out.
I guess the fact that it's our money, it's not like sponsored, it's not a company. Like everybody knows, like that. That's the funny part. It's like, no, I don't want to hurt. It's my because as soon as you get that sponsorship,
customizing.
Yeah.
Or man. We start with hitting up a clearance aisle, finding some cheap markdown toys, and then taking those things apart. Like I should have bought a couple rogues and take. So, you know.
You know what? I'm kicking myself too. As much as I made fun of in like group chats that awful Sue Storm head sculpt. I should have bought her figure when she was on clearance because I saw a bunch of them and I was like, I don't need it. And then I'm like, I to swap the outfit. Like, well, how stupid! For like $6.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
she's getting the Gwen Stacy head as soon as I open her.
Yeah. Oh shit! I creepily have her here. I know that just because I was cleaning today. But yeah, you're right. That is the face. You're right. That's the Sue Storm face. That's that.
I was gonna use this one.
Oh, that okay.
It's not perfect, but it'll do it.
It'll do it. It'll do it. And I like the one I have. I do
mess
have
around,
the
toss a Power Ranger on there.
Oh, that's gonna be great. That's gonna be great. Oh man. Well, Santi, thank you so much for coming on. And I want to encourage all of you guys, if you're looking for more toy-related content, to go join Zach, that's Green Geek 88, and Benny, Blitzfigs, and June, that's Thor 2012. My fellow bros at the Pick Bar, they are doing Lazy Boy Sunday. So they're going to continue their toy talking. I have more stuff. Oh, Santi, I'm telling you, man. I don't know why I passed on them the first time. I think it's because I was buying. I think I already had two in my hands. Yeah, I think it was too much, and I'm like, all right, Fisto, you're gonna have to wait.
I mean, they're the action figures of the year. Apparently, they won that award, so good for them. That means that there's a stronger chance they'll go on past Wave 3.
Yeah.
Because the way they mark them down at Target, I'm like, oh crap, come on, please sell through a little bit better.
I know.
If you clearance every figure, that means it's definitely not coming back. But
I will tell everybody. So my porting, because this is like as up to date as an hour ago. Target currently has. So if you enjoy the show, we like Santi and I love these figures. Like they are so much fun to like mess with and play around with. The He-Man and Skeletor are both $13 right now. Faker was a $30 figure that he's down to $19. Battle Cat's $22, which I still haven't bought this Battle Cat because I have the other one. But those are the ones on clearance right now. So like they're down. They're pushing those out. And what else was the other good one? The Battle Cat Battle Armor, Battle Damage He-Man. That set looks really good. And I have a Battle Cat and I have Battle Damage He-Man. I don't need the shiny chrome version, but it has the diorama base in it.
Cool.
And he's so shiny.
It's cool.
And the head,
I keep looking at the
head. It has the swooshed hair. So I think that one's at 22 right now, down from whatever it was, 30 or 40.
Oh, that might be a good one.
But he has, if you look at the Origins head sculpt, because it always comes like with the modern take and then the classic version. I really like it. I didn't notice it's this like wind blown yelling, like it's a really cool head sculpt in it. And I don't have one that looks like that.
Yeah, no, that's not a bad one. I keep looking at the Mega Constructs one. That's the Lego alternative.
Oh, I have those. I have the little guys. Yeah, I have the figures.
I shoot Legos. I love shooting Legos. I don't spend enough time doing it.
Yeah,
but that one almost got me. It's like these are really inexpensive, and I could have a tiny He-Man riding a Battle Cat with the axe.
Yeah.
And it's the armored version. Like, oh crap!
I know. And then it's like, yeah, I know. Then we have to make decisions.
Where's the line? What happened to the plot that I was trying to drive with all my toys?
Yep.
Well, nope.
All right. Well, Santi, thank you so much, man, for coming on. I know this is kind of last minute, but like, thanks for answering the call when I turn on the bat signal. I appreciate it. This was a lot of fun, dude. So I hope you had a great weekend. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. And I'm going to sign out. And if you want to hang out for another 5 minutes, just to say hi. But everybody, thank you so much. Have a great Sunday night. And hopefully have an amazing, if you're off tomorrow, I'm rambling. Have a great night, everybody. See you later.
Good night, all.